Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome to a very special edition of Bunches of Lunches. Today we're having a
Mac and Cheese Throwdown.
Now I would like to thank Blvd for sponsoring today's video, and links to their products will be in the description box below. Now for each of the lunches, my kids got to pick exactly what they wanted in their Blvd box. So I'll be making a special lunch for each child, but in the Blvd food jars, I'm going to be putting 4 different kinds of mac and cheese for us to try. And we're going to be judging these mac and cheeses on their creaminess, their cheesiness, their smell, and of course the kids are going to try them because the taste is most important. Now before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button if you're new. Now let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with Mackenzie's lunch first because hers is gonna take the longest, and that's because of her sweet treat. She asked for peanut butter brownie bites. So to make this super easy on myself, I picked up this ready to go peanut butter brownie dough. And you guys, this says you can actually eat it or bake it. It's safe to eat raw. So I would love to know in the comments down below how many of you would eat this raw versus how many of you would actually prefer to bake it. Now, as you can see, these are kind of big for my mini muffin cups, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut them in half because I am trying to make mini brownie bites. So now I'm just going to get all of this dough into the little liners. Hopefully the liners will keep these from sticking. Now to get these to fit well in here, I'm gonna take this little Pampered Chef tool and I'm just kind of gonna like punch it down in here. Then I'm gonna stick them in the oven for about 12 to 18 minutes or until they're cooked all the way through. So while those are in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the rest of Mackenzie's lunch. For her fruit, she requested watermelon, so I'm just going to fill this entire section with watermelon cubes. And right now, she says her favorite vegetable is broccoli. So I'm gonna add some right in this section. And right next to that, I'm going to add a little bit of ranch. This is a Blvd sauce container. These are leak-proof and they work so well for dips, sauces, or even little snacks. And I'll just put this on the side so she can easily dip her broccoli in here. Now, to go along with her lunch, she also requested Goldfish Crackers. And I decided to add these really cute princess ones. These are a limited edition and I've only been able to find them at Target. And check it out, you guys, those brownies are finally done, so I'm gonna pop some right into the lunchbox. And then for Mackenzie's drink, she requested a fruit punch, so I picked out this one with a cute little apple topper. Okay guys, so for this mac and cheese throwdown, I'm making 4 different kinds of mac and cheese, and all of the kids are going to be able to try each one and tell us what they think. But I'm also gonna tell you what I think too. So first up, I've made the Cheetos Mac and Cheese, and it says this is bold and a cheesy flavor. And I can tell you right now that this really is bright orange, just like real Cheetos are. And it smells almost exactly like Cheetos. I can see that it's very creamy. The cheese powder mixed in very well. There aren't any clumps. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this mac and cheese into my Blvd food jar so it can stay nice and hot until I have everything ready. And of course, you guys know I love the Blvd food jars. Because these jars are vacuum insulated, the food can stay warm for up to 12 hours, or if you have cold food in here, it can stay cold for up to 24 hours. Okay, next up I'm going to be making Jackson's lunch, and for his fruit today he requested cuties. Those are the little seedless mandarin oranges, so I already have 3 in here. These are super tiny. And then to go with his lunch, of course, he requested corn. I think that's his favorite, so I'm going to put some of that right over here, and I'm also going to put in some cucumber slices as well. To go along with this, he also requested some string cheese, and to make it fit better in the lunchbox, I did go ahead and cube it up so he can eat it like that. And then for his sweet treat, I have something extra special. These are called tiger cakes. Basically, this is a little chocolate cake bite with orange filling. We've never tried this kind before, so hopefully they're good. And then for Jackson's drink, he requested chocolate milk, so I'm adding a little container on the side. So now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and make the next mac and cheese. I'm making the Cheetos Mac and Cheese in the cheesy jalapeno flavor. So this should be a little bit spicy, hopefully not too spicy for the kids. So right off the bat, I can actually smell the jalapenos in this mac and cheese. I actually think it smells really good. You can even see the little flecks of jalapeno in here. I do have to say it's not quite as creamy as the other mac and cheese that we made first. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this mac and cheese into my Blue Ellie food jar. Another thing that I really love about these food jars are the easy open lid. There's a little grip strip on the outside, so even my youngest kids can get these open by themselves, which is great. Now that brings me to Lily's lunch, and for her fruit, she requested grapes. So we already have a big bunch of red grapes in here. And for her veggie, I'm just gonna be adding in some baby carrots. And of course, since this is Lily's lunch, I will not be forgetting the ranch. She pretty much only eats veggies if they have ranch with them. For an added snack, I'm also adding in some of these really fun veggie chips. These ones are a little triangle shape, and I find these at Aldi. And speaking of Aldi, her sweet treat is also from there. These are caramel apple flavored pretzels. And then for Lily's drink, she picked out this Zevia Kids sparkling water. It's kind of like a healthier soda, and this one is in the orange cream flavor. So while I've been making Lily's lunch, I also had the next mac and cheese going on the stove. And the flavor I decided to make is this new Velveeta mac and cheese with bacon in it. So now, since Velveeta cheese is usually pretty salty and so is bacon, hoping this mac and cheese won't be overly salty. Now, this mac and cheese is definitely not as orange as the first two that I made. I'd say it doesn't smell quite as cheesy, but it definitely is very creamy. Now these Blue Ellie food jars make it so easy to never forget your utensils again. Each one comes with a built-in foldable spoon, which easily slides into the silicone strap on the outside. And last but not least, I'm going to be making Griffin's lunch. And his sweet treat is going to take a little bit longer, so I'm going to start with that first. He requested chocolate chip cookies with M&Ms. And since I'm making so many different lunches today, I'm not making these from scratch. I just bought these from the store. So now I'm just going to cut them apart, place them on my baking sheet, and then get them into the oven. And you guys, these are looking pretty big. I'm hoping these don't spread out too much. I guess we'll see. And you guys, while I have the cookies in the oven, I'm gonna put the mac and cheese on the stove. And this time I'm gonna be making this specialty mac and cheese that I found at Aldi. They had lots of different flavors at the store, but I picked the smoked Gouda flavor because I know that Babybel cheeses are made of Gouda and Griffin loves those. So hopefully he'll like this mac and cheese too. Well, hopefully all the kids will. So now moving on to the rest of Griffin's lunch. For his fruit, I've just cut up some kiwis, and I'll place these right on the side. For his veggie, he also picked baby carrots. I'm just gonna put a few in here. I know if I put too many, he's just not gonna eat them anyway. And I am gonna make sure to put some ranch to go with them. Just like his sister Lily, Griffin loves dipping his veggies in ranch. To go along with this, Griffin also picked out some Cheez-It crackers, and I decided to put them in this really cute little container. And then last but not least, I'll be adding in the M&M cookies. These are nice and cooled down. And then surprisingly for Griffin's drink, he picked out regular white milk. And I'm kind of surprised by that because I don't think he's ever requested this before. And you guys, here is that smoked Gouda mac and cheese. Now you can definitely tell that there's smoked cheese in here. I'm definitely getting that smoky scent. This mac and cheese was a little bit different than the other ones I made because it didn't have a separate sauce packet. It was just all cooked at once, all together. And I'd have to say that this is definitely the cheesiest mac and cheese out of all the ones I'm making today. So now I can go ahead and add this smoked Gouda mac and cheese to my Blue Ellie food jar. And you guys, these have a non-staining ceramic coating on the inside, which is really unique, and it makes them easy to clean. Okay, now I have all the different kinds of mac and cheese over here. The kids are gonna take turns, one at a time, testing each one separately so they don't influence each other's decision.
I give the first one a thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up. I give this one a thumbs up. I give this one a thumbs up too. The winner is number 3. Now it's my turn. I give this one a thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. I give this one a thumbs up. And the winner is... It's my turn now. Yes, you played good. Thumbs up. It's a little bit spicy. Thumbs down. I give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Can you point to the one that you think is the best?
This one. Thumbs up.
You like that one?
Uh-huh.
Okay, number 2.
Thumbs down. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Number 1?
Uh-huh.
So, you guys want to hear which one is the winner? The winner is number 1. You guys know what kind of mac and cheese number 1 is?
Cheeto mac and cheese. Cheese mac and cheese. Toes. Mac and Cheetos. Can I say what I
It's this one.
Cheetos.
This one is the winner. Now I'd like to give a big thanks to Blue Ellie for sponsoring today's video. Links for these products will be down below. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what your favorite mac and cheese is. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.